everyone, this is Arohi and welcome back to my channel Code with Arohi. Today I'll show you how to host your application on server. Means suppose you're having an application but that application is running on your local computer only, and what you want is you want to live that application so that everybody can use it, right? So we will learn today how to host your application. It can be any machine learning or deep learning application. All right, for example, you are having a recommendation engine but that is right now running on a local host, or suppose you have a chatbot that is again running on a local host but you want that application to get used by everybody, so you want to host that application. So that is what I'm going to show you today, how to deploy your machine learning or deep learning application on a server. So let's begin. See what I'm going to deploy today. I have one application that is a machine learning application and I have used Flask for it. Let me show you the application first of all. What I'm trying to do over here is, see, first of all, see this IP. This is the server address, right? So this is the server address of AWS which I purchased, right? And this is the application. This is basically a salary predictor. You will fill your experience, text score and interview score, and when you click on predict, so it will predict the salary. This is very basic app, right? In the same way you can upload other apps. I'll show you how to do that. So first of all, let's suppose experience is 2 years and this test score is this and interview score is this, and when you click on predict you will get the output over here. All right, so this is what we are going to host today. All right, so the okay, let me tell you the version which I'm using. The package which I have purchased from AWS is EC2 instance. Okay, it is a Linux Ubuntu server and this is the version. All right, so and see, whenever you will purchase any server means whenever you purchase any hosting service, so this is what you get. You'll get server address, username and password. So this is my server IP, server address, and this is my username and I have my password. Using these three things we will be accessing our server. All right, and then requirements. See, these two are the requirement, PuTTY and FTP. These two are software. First of all, let me tell you about PuTTY. You'll see over here, see these two pieces, right? So this is PuTTY. So what we are going to use today is we will be using this PuTTY. Now what is PuTTY? This is a free SSH terminal emulator. This simply means whenever you want to install anything in your server, we will be using this PuTTY software. All right, and FTP simply means file transfer protocol. That simply means whenever you want to upload anything on your server or you want to download from there, so we will be using FTP for it. And there are many types of FTP. The FTP which I'm using is FileZilla client. These two softwares are free softwares, open source software, you can download from internet, right? So this is the FZ, this red icon over here. This is my FileZilla and this is the PuTTY. These two softwares are required. PuTTY whenever we want to install anything on our server, right, Ubuntu server, and FileZilla to upload or download files in it. All right, so let's start with this PuTTY server only. So my code is already running, so let me stop it first to show you the whole process. So I have closed the session, I have closed the server now. So now I'm clicking again on this PuTTY. So when you click over here, it will ask you for a server name. Which server name? Server IP, the server IP which I have just shown you. All right, this server IP. So this is my server IP. I'm copying from, okay, I copied it and put it over here, right? I have filled my server IP over here and we will click on this open, right? So this is the PuTTY terminal. Over here you have to fill the username and password, which this username and this password which you will get from the server provider. So my username I am filling and I am filling my password now. See, I have filled my password now and I have filled the username. Now we have entered in our server. if you want to see the default files over here, just write ls and see what all things are there. So you'll see these are the things over here, and you'll see I have these blue folders, right? env 3.6, env 3.6, this folder, this is my virtual environment. Basically what I'm doing is I want to host my application, but I don't want to, sometimes see, it is always better to create your virtual environment and download, install whatever you want to do in that particular location. Because let's suppose this is a server file, sometime while working, while executing some code, server files can get, we can delete some data by mistakenly, right? So it is always a best practice to create a separate environment. So now see, you can see that this is just like a normal Linux terminal, right? We can execute the command the way we execute a command on localhost or local terminal. The same way we will be executing the commands over here. All right. So how I have created this virtual environment, let me show you the commands for that, because I have already created, I'm not going to create it again. All right. So I'm going to show like what all commands you can follow to create this virtual environment. So the commands are, first of all, always update, right? Sudo apt get update. Now we want to, we are using Python 3, so for that we want to update this pip, right? But for updating a pip, first of all, we have to install these dependencies, right? Don't worry guys, I'll write all these commands in description section. You can directly copy from there whenever you want to try them. All right, so these are the dependencies modules, so you need to install them first, and then I'm installing the pip over here, right? We need to install pip because with the help of pip only we are going to execute the other installation things, right? Pip install pandas or pip install numpy, right? So how you can use pip? If you have installed pip, then only you can use that pip. All right, so I have installed pip, and these are the other dependencies, so I have installed those packages also. Now the thing is to create a virtual environment. As I've just told you, we are going to create a virtual environment and we will be having all our code over there only. So this is the command. By writing this command, you can create, this is basically I'm installing the virtual env package, right? Once you install the virtual env package, then using this package we can create our virtual environment, right? So over here we are installing the virtual package, and over here in this line we are creating a virtual environment, and my virtual environment is stored in env 3.6. remember the one which I've shown you over here, env 3.6. so this is a folder. I want to create a virtual environment. Under this folder you can change this folder name to anything with whatever name you want to have, mynv, abc, whatever you want to write, right? So now your virtual environment is created. Next thing is to check the Python version. You can check Python version by directly writing this command. So the Python version which I'm using is 3.8. Now the next thing is to install other packages. How you can install other packages? Let me show you one package over here. Okay, let's suppose you are writing pip install and then space pandas. So it will install your package. But let me get inside the virtual environment first. Till now I have shown you how to create a virtual environment. Now we need to enter in that virtual environment and we will be running all our code over there. So for that I'm writing, what is my folder name over here? env 3.6 bin and activate. By this writing this, my virtual environment is activated. Now you can see over here env 3.6. now we have entered in that virtual environment. Now we can perform whatever we want to install, we can install over here. Let's suppose we want to install pandas. Just write pip install pandas as we perform on our local computers. In the same way you can install pandas over here. See, it is installing pandas, right? So most of the requirements are already fulfilled in my laptop. So in the same way you can install other packages, other modules. See guys, it always depend upon your application, what application you are uploading, what application you are deploying on a server, and according to that application you need to install all the required packages. Obviously then only your application will run, right? So as I've installed pandas, in the same way you can install other packages. So once you install everything, now our setup is ready, right? All our installation part is done. Now the thing is where to upload the application which we have, right, which we want to live, which we want to live, where to host that application. Okay, in which particular folder you should have that particular application. So just do ls and see where we are. Ls, these are the list of things where we are. Just do cd ... Basically what I'm doing over here is I'm coming back from this directory, right? So again do ls and see. Now we have different folders over here, right? So we have one folder with the name of var. So we need to enter in this folder. Just do cd var. Now we have entered in var folder. Let's do ls again. Ls means list, right? Now under this var folder we have all these folders. We have to get inside a www folder. So just write cd www, right? And then again, okay, I have entered 4 times w, it's 3 times. Okay, cd www, right? Let's do ls again and see where we are. Under this www folder we have one html folder. Just do cd html, get inside it, right? Now let's do ls again. Over here you can see I have my application. I have one web application over here and I have one demo flask app salary prediction. The application which I've just shown you is over here. Alright, now we are over here and my code is uploaded over here. Now how to upload this code over here? For that we are going to use FileZilla, this FileZilla. So guys, some of you are already familiar with FTP, FileZilla, and some of you are new. So I'll just give you a brief about this FileZilla, what it is. See, over here you'll see we have 2 sections, this local site and this remote site. This local site simply means this and this. This is the area of our local computer. Over here you can see the local files which is in your computer. For example, let me click on D drive. So these are the file of my D drives, right? You can access any of the file from here. And on this side, these are the files of our server. So right now where we are? Okay, let me show you from the very beginning. See guys, always see that in the very first line you will get a one folder and 2 dots over here. That simply means you want to get outside this particular thing. So I want to get out from this folder. So I have clicked on it. Okay, till the time it is executing, let me tell you other things. See this host, username and password. Host, remember the server address which I have told you? What is my server address? This is my server address. This is the username which you get, and over here you need to fill the password, and port number is 22. If you will not fill it, so by default it will pick 22 only. Then click on quick connect. When you click on quick connect, this side you will see the files. Before connecting there would be nothing over here on this side, okay? But after connecting, when you'll see files over here, that means you are connected to the server now. Alright, so demo flask app salary. Remember, I've shown you over here demo flask salary, and where it is? It is in HTML folder. So you can see the address from here also, var www and HTML, right? So simply suppose you want to upload anything over here. Just over here, I'm just showing you a demo. This web_app.py. Let's suppose I want to upload this on which location? Under this HTML folder. Right now what we have in HTML folder? One folder with this name, other folder with the name of web app, and one index.html file. And now you want to upload this code which is on your local computer to a server. Just right click on it and click on upload. It will be uploaded. It will take few minutes. Okay, so transferred finished. You can see that file is over here. And now let's go here and write ls again. So you'll see that webapp.py file is here. So this way you can upload files to the server. Now let's suppose you want to delete it. Just right click on it and click on delete. This file will get deleted. So this is how you use FTP to upload the things, right? So in the same way, I have uploaded demo Flask app over here. All right. Now let's enter in this demo Flask application and just write as we write python app.py to run your Flask application. So my application is running. So let's see the browser, and here it is predicting. Okay, let me see what happened. Okay, it is showing some. Okay, fine. We need to write the IP only. So this is showing our application. So guys, this is how you can upload your application, right, on server. So if you like, that's it guys. If you like the video, please share my channel and please subscribe to it. Thank you.